So I wanted to program Conway's Game of Life, and I looked at a couple of tutorials, and the thing to remember is to find the number of neighbors of a cell uh, before trying to turn them on or off. And this is one of the cool things that you can make with it, called a Gosper glider gun, and this is the original starting point. So it creates gliders that glide across the plane. The first thing that I did was create an HTML table that is like 100 by 100. Pretty simple, like create a two-dimensional array and then create table data or TD elements for each one and instantiate this so everyone starts at 0, meaning off. And I'm also attaching the number of neighbors to each cell and an event listener so you can turn them on and off, and then actually display whether they're on or off. So there's this start button up here that is has this event listener to start the thing. So you loop through all of the cells and start counting the number of neighbors for each cell. And if you run something like this, imagine you're adding these to the x and y coordinates. So, like for any cell, if you subtract 1 from the x and y, you get the top left corner. If you subtract 1 and add 0, you're basically making like a grid around the cell that you're trying to figure out the number of neighbors for. And if it's the original cell, meaning you're adding 0 to both x and y, then you want to skip that and not do anything with it. Otherwise you would count it as a neighbor of itself. And this is just because I have 100 by 100 and I don't want things to go out of bounds. So then if an adjacent cell is on, then you count it as a neighbor. And down here outside of this loop that's finding all the cells around it, we save that in the as an object of that array. And then after that, calling the update function. Once again, looping through all the cells. And this is the rules for the game, and this is just it in the JavaScript, according to the number of neighbors and whether a cell is on. It's pretty kind of self-explanatory. And then after you turn it on or off based on the cells around it, and actually display it on the grid. And then do this all over again based on the slider value, which is, it's just in milliseconds. can be anywhere from 16 to 500. So slow it down. I just think it looks cool when it's all sped up like this. But yes, there is a, I'm going to link this code in the description, and there's plenty of other tutorials online how to do it. But the, whoever figured out how to do this, it's way more impressive than making it in the first place. I guess the idea of it is impressive in the first place.